I think we are live. Welcome, everybody, to the I Love This Gun podcast. My name is Chuck. I hope you are doing well today. I know we are live. My name's Chuck. I hope you're doing well today. My headphones are half plugged in. Welcome to the I Love This Gun podcast. If my headphones are causing this to buzz, let me know. I think it was losing power last week, and like the microphone and everything was starting to buzz a little bit. So let me know if that buzzing reoccurs. All right. So if you hadn't seen one of these before, we just talk about guns that we like, guns that we love. We can talk about some guns that we've already shown before tonight, but give you a little range report, that kind of thing. So we'll do that. We'll go over some gun deals, and then we'll have some open question time about whatever you guys like to talk about. So without any further ado, if you saw the YouTube live last night, I was reloading 127 grain Barnes LRX N65 Creedmoor. Very, very happy to report we did get a half-inch group like I was expecting. A couple of groups were bigger, and looks like my suppressor loosened up on me a little bit. That might have been why some of the groups were bigger. So what's up, Hotep? What's up, Wagner 1096? So anyway, the Arcan Optics was doing well. So I am going to have to get that wrench out and really tighten this suppressor down and probably go shoot it again. So you guys know how that works. So anyway, we ended up getting a half-inch group, my very last group of the day with these. And so I loaded these up. These are brand new Nosler brass and kind of like what I like to load for my hunting stuff. So anyway, there's your 9mm, or excuse me, 6.5 Creedmoor. And brand new Nosler brass Barnes 127 grain. We used a max charge of Superformance. We were getting about 830. So the Arcan scope did pretty well. Could be a little brighter on a cloudy day, but other than that, it did pretty well. So this is the EPL 4 6 to 24 by 50. I did notice focusing the scope was a little hard. Like I've actually had to use this focus ring back here. I've never actually ever had to use that before. Um, so that's that, and then the side focusing ring as well. The brightness is hard to see at normal daytime brightness, so when you turn on the lighter reticle, you want to make sure that you do that. So that's kind of the negatives. I do think I need to, since I got to go sighted anyway. Again, I do think I need to move the gun back, the scope back one slot. I feel like it was slightly too far forward when I went to shoot it. So we'll probably do that and hopefully go shoot it again and get it zeroed in. But yeah, so we went with a full charge of Superformance, and we got pretty decent velocity. It wasn't exactly as good as I was hoping for. See if I can find the thing here, the pictures. Yeah. So 28 is what we were averaging. It's a 127 grain, so not fantastic, but definitely more consistent than the factory ammo. The factory ammo was getting us 2888, but an extreme spread of like 96. So it was bad. What's up, Hunter Kirk? How you doing? So that's what we ended up getting. It's not bad. I can calculate the foot-pounds energy if y'all want me to right there. It's probably around 2,350 or so, but let's see. For those of you that don't know the foot-pounds of energy formula, here it is. It is feet per second squared, so 2828 times 2828 times the bullet weight in grains, which in this case is 127. What's up, BH Longshot? And we divide that by 450,240 and 2255. So that's how many foot-pounds of energy you get. What's cool is we also shot 100 grain Barnes TTSX, and that stuff was smoking at 3,300 feet per second. So I just put a reel up on Instagram. So we'll just go over there and try it up on Instagram. And I'll show y'all the reel. So all right. Let me get the reel pulled up here and then go ahead and show you that range report as a reel. What we're going to do here. All right. My favorite brand, 1,000 Foot Crutch. There is our average and standard deviation. We'll annotate the foot-pounds of energy on the screen. Not too bad standard deviation for hand loads and old brass. I got one group that was 1/2 inch. That was my slow fire group. This one over here is 2 inches fast fire, 2 inches group. Not bad for fast fire 2 inches group. So anyway, yeah, 1/2 inch group right there, edge to hole to edge to hole. Can't complain about that. So that is the 10th type of ammo I've had a 1/2 inch group or better with the Bergara HMR 6.5 Creedmoor. We're out here testing the new Arkin Optics EPL 4 6-24x50. Like it so far. And there you go. We of course have the Banish 30 on there with a Harris bipod. Wonderful setup for accuracy. You can't beat the Bergara HMR. The Arkin's good, and of course the Banish from Silencer Central is amazing. Today on Alaskan Blisters, we got 100 grain Barnes TTSX accuracy and velocity, 6.5 Creedmoor. There you go. So there you go. That's hopefully everybody got to see that. Yeah. What's up, BH Longshot? What's up? Remington isn't making new guns. Yeah, that's bad. They moved their plant to Georgia. All right, so we'll stop sharing here. Been thinking about that Bergara rifle a lot lately, mainly for a casual target gun. Yeah, I mean, this Bergara for me is a casual target gun, if you will, but it's also it's light enough that you can hunt with it. Like you're not going to want to tote it 15 miles, but if you've only got a couple 100 yards to your deer stand, or a few mile maybe to walk, this is perfect to me. This is my winter caribou gun. Usually I only take this gun out on winter caribou hunts because I don't want to run into a grizzly bear with a 6.5 Creedmoor. But with the scope and with the suppressor and stuff, I just really want to get something with the Banish suppressor on there. Now I just got to make sure it's tight. So there's that. It's just 3 guys at the plant. My buddies who owns a gun shop told me they aren't taking new orders, so they're out of business essentially. Been thinking about Bergara rifle lately. Yeah, absolutely. So that's kind of the range report I was going to bring tonight. These work well. I knew they would. Um, so I've got to double check the suppressor is tight, and then I've got to lock down the zero. But I think I'm going to wait and do the zero lock until um, uh, I go back to the range and make sure that's all tight. But at least um, try putting plumber tape on it and see if that helps. I don't know. Um, we can see for sure. Um, I was thinking about putting a little Loctite on it, just a hair. So on paper, no. Reality, yes. Remington died. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. So, um, yeah. Really, really enjoyed the Arcanoptics today, though. It was really nice in the, especially on 6 power. It was very nice and easy to get the camera glued in on it. But um, I do like it on 18 powers or 24 power as well. That's what I ended up just shooting on 24 power. So it's nice to be able to shoot on that tight of power and see. So there's that. Glass could be slightly better. I ain't gonna lie, wasn't real clear. Part of that was me because I think I have the scope just a little too far forward. I need to bring it back some. But since I got it leveled, I'm just gonna take these, move it back, make sure this is tight. So I don't know, Quabena. I don't know. Wagner 1096 is the one to ask there on the Loctite. So yeah. So I had a good time at the range today. Got that out. Also shot the 100 grains in my daughter's little 6.5 Creedmoor. It's a little Kimber 84M that I bought from Chuk, and that thing is sweet. And it got 7/8 of an inch, and given the really super thin barrel and the fact that the scope's only a fixed 10x, I was like, that's not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. It's hard looking at a fixed 10x after you've been looking through a 24 power scope all day. You're like, I can barely see the dot, that kind of thing. So um, that's that. So yeah, it's definitely a good rifle. Got my half-inch groups. Um, can't complain. Um, so it's what it is. So anyway, wish people quit texting me. Wagner 1096. Yeah. How's the Bahamas? Wagner, are you back or you what were you trying to use 222 for? I'm not trying to use 222 for anything. I would never use 222. Um, not 222 Remington. 223 Remington? Yeah, sure. Why not? But 222 Remington, no. So one thing I found about the Bergara, I wanted to talk about this a little bit. So I got essentially two types of mags. I probably need to get some metal mags, but um, purple Loctite is 222. He was saying put it on where my suppressor goes. I was like, nope, I'm going to use blue Loctite for that. I'm just going to use a thin thing of blue Loctite. Get on there. So this is the Magpul 10 round ACIS pattern mag, and this is the Amend 2 12 round ACIS pattern mag. You see it's a little thicker there at the bottom, so it gives you 12 rounds. They're essentially the same length. I think there's like maybe an 1/8 inch more on the 12 rounder. Not enough to make a difference. So anyway, I noticed I had a lot better time feeding the round from the 12 rounder. The mag pull, there's a couple of times where I thought I pulled it all the way back and the round didn't go in the chamber, and maybe it's just too smooth. Um, and the gun is super smooth. This is the smoothest bolt action I own is this Bergara. So, but the Amend 2 seemed to do better than the Magpul, believe it or not, in the ACIS pattern. And this is a 12 round mag, so I get 2 more rounds in case that grizzly bear is charging me. I get 2 more rounds. which I'm gonna just drop it and use my 44 Magnum anyway. But you know, if I have to break it back out, then like I've got 12 rounds in there instead of 10. Grizzly bears are tough, so that's that. So Wagner 1096, what he was asking is purple Loctite heat resistance. 222 is easier to break if Chuck had to remove it or wanted to, so the suppressor won't walk off at 1096. I'm okay with blue Loctite. Red Loctite will not happen. Red Loctite is awful. That's the stuff you cannot break. So make sure y'all understand that. Do not put red Loctite on any gun stuff. I got a story, which I can tell y'all in a minute, but I got a story. So, but anyway, I digress. So the story is I have a Heritage 22 revolver. Got it on the shelf over here somewhere. Um, and 22 Magnum revolver, and I was shooting it, and the ejector rod assembly fell off. Right, so fell off, broke the ejector rod. So they sent me a whole new assembly. I put it on there. I decided that time I would use red Loctite. Then the ejector, so that it wouldn't fall off. Then the ejector rod handle broke off, and so now I had red Loctite to get the ejector rod handle out. And yeah, that's why you don't do that. I ended up trying to drill through the hole, and drilled right through the barrels. Teflon tape. Okay, cool. I guess you can find that at like Home Depot or Lowe's or something. Is that a lot like plumber's tape? I don't want the suppressor backing off, which is kind of funny because like the last group I shot with it was the tightest one, so it could have backed off on the way home, that kind of thing. So, but yeah, Teflon tape. That makes sense. So anyway, so that was our range trip today, and still love this rifle. This is probably my favorite rifle. Uh, that 100 grain stuff today made it the 10th load. This is the 10th load that this Bergara has shot half inch or better. 10 different loads. Two different 127 grain hand loads, the 100 grain hand loads, the 120 grain TTSX hand loads. It shot the um, 150 grain ABLRs half an inch. It shot ELDM half an inch, ELDX, both of them factory half an inch. Um, Norma match, gold match or whatever, Norma half an inch. It shot of course the factory 120 LRX half an inch. So 3 to 4 reps. Okay, cool. Yep. So yeah, cool. They sell it at Lowe's, Home Depot. Yeah, 99 cents a roll. Just make sure to wrap it in the direction of the threads and tape. Leave the first thread bare so that you can get whatever it is up on there. Yeah, it makes sense. So 3 or 4 wraps should be fine. Cool. And then this won't back off any. Because I opened it up and it was a little backed off. I was like, oh no. Like I can't like do it by hand now, but like I also didn't check it before I shot too, so it could have happened on the way there and been shooting. That was why most of my groups were crap that day. So today I had 2 groups that were good and another group that was okay in a different rifle, and I had one more group that was okay in that rifle. But yeah, that's good to know. All right, let's move out to over to some gun deals. Didn't share a lot of them today, but got the Holosun RO, just $99.99 at Battlehawk Armory. So that is a good one if you just need a good little red dot. That is a good one to have. That is the Holosun RO. Highly recommend you look at that one. It's a good little red dot for the money. All right. And next, of course, we have this was a good thing. Two pack of stripped lowers for $99.99 over at PSA with free shipping. They did the same deal yesterday. They are blemished, but it doesn't bother me. I don't know how many blemished PSA lowers I've built on. So you get two for $99.99 and free shipping. So not bad. Would highly recommend that. That's a good one. And they also had two of the Moultrie game cameras here. Two, they had 300 blackout and Sig Tango MSR. Pretty good. Brownells had 250 rounds of buckshot for $109.99 today. That is a today only deal. 2 3/4. When I looked at this in the picture here, I swear that says 1425 or 1415 feet per second. So that's not low brass stuff either. That's good mid to heavy range feet per second right there. This morning, PSA had their AKV on sale, which was awesome. And then they also had $8.59 a box for $223. They had a ACOG illuminated 223 ballistic guided reticle with mount. They had their Dagger compact on sale for $269, and they had $11.99. So you got until midnight. So you got just under 2 hours to get to that midnight deal there. Did a bunch of Rise armament. This is the best way to help the channel guys is to use discount code Alaskan20. So go there, use discount code Alaskan20. Got a good install video here on Rumble. But this thing, just 2 pins, install, you're good to go. Wagner 1096, you need to order yours. Then you have the Rise Armament Reliant Hunter. So this is a great little 700 Remington 700 trigger. Rise Armament AR-10 bolt carrier group. Rise Armament RA200 trigger. Also, I have a good video on here on Rumble, but also on Instagram of installing it. It's a great little trigger. I like that one a lot. Anechoic Anachokes 30L premium titanium suppressor. Discount code Alaskan will save you 15%. These things aren't cheap. They're like $1,200 because they're grade 5 titanium, but they work. I've got the 30L on my 300 blackout and love that thing. Whisper Strike Trophy 556. I love this thing as well. Discount code Alaskan, all capitals this time. And this one's like $8.49. And yeah, that thing sounds good too. There's some YouTube shorts there as well. I've got it here on Rumble as well. Plus, we did a whole live stream on it. Today's the last day to save on base layers over at King's Camo. So you might want to check out the base layers over there. Yesterday's PSA stuff, they had a nice lower on sale with free shipping. So 15% off all CMMG builder parts over at Brownells. Of course, discount code again Alaskan20 at Rise Armament. That is, if you want to help the channel, that is the best way to help the channel. Is use discount code Alaskan20. You can use it on all your parts and accessories over at Rise Armament. You can also use Alaskan10 if you want to save less money and help the channel more. But I'm just saying. Again, low mass bulk carrier group. This is what saved my binary build. You got $249.99 free shipping. That's gone away over at Battlehawk Armory. When they say there's deals are 1 day only, they literally mean it because They're gone the next day. They had 199, but that's all done. I like that CMG Zero suppressor line. It's a pretty good suppressor line. I like the one I have, which is the 46. So anyway, that is our gun deals for tonight. Quad, get the Blitz. It works with the FRT. You'll thank me later. Yeah, I agree. The Blitz is really, really good. SPR being a special purpose rifle, meaning you're probably not going to do an FRT, I would get the 535, either the Rev or the RA. The RA is, pins like normal, and the Rev is the ones to do that. So if you're not wanting to do an FRT, I would get that Rev 535. That trigger is pretty awesome. When my discount code is like 219 or 224 or something like that, I can't remember, but it's normally 279. But literally, you don't have to take your grip out. You don't have to take your safety out. Just punch out the trigger and the hammer, and squeeze it, take it, dip it in below your safety, unsqueeze it, line it up with the holes. Easy to do, man. That's that. The Blitz is a really good trigger. I love the Blitz. It's literally genuine. And if you want to do do that. Rise needs to release a Savage trigger for the 110 Axis models. I'd like 5 of them. Okay. They also need to do a 1022 trigger. So, but it works with the Atrius FRT. Sweet. Glad that works. Does the Atrius work with the Tipman? That's what I want to know, because I'd love to have the Tipman go and be done with the mag, or psst, as it sounds like. I have to order another James Stole My Blitz. There you go. There you go. Well, you know what to do. Just gonna go to Alaskan 20. That Blitz is a great trigger. Very crisp reset. Like, that reset just comes right back at you. I'm gonna lean back a little bit, guys, because my back's starting to hurt a little bit. So, that's that. But yeah, no, very, very, very good trigger, that Blitz. So, um, man, that James, he just loves to be a communist to you. He's just taking what you paid for. No big deal. So, um, yeah. So, excuse me. So it's been a long day. I didn't nap today, so it's been a long day. But anyway, what about the single stage? So the Blitz and the Rev and the R single stage. If you're just looking at their RA 101, I think it is, single stage, it's not a bad trigger. I have their RA 100, which is the 2 stage, and it's a good trigger. I have a video here on Rumble on how to put it in and everything. But it's a very, very good trigger. Like, um, I was shooting Shook's HK 762 MR 762 A4 the other day, and the double stage trigger I had in my Faxon Arrow build was better than that trigger. And I have the RA 100 in there. So I think you're looking at the 101, and the 101 is also pretty good. It's just going to be a 4.5 pound instead of 3.5 pound guarantee. Their 2 stage Iconic is their lightest one. You can get that one. It's a 1 pound first stage and a 2 pound second stage on the 2 stage. But if you want a single stage trigger, the Blitz is good. The Rise Armor Rev is good. But if you want the economical one, yeah, the 101 is good. It's $87.99 with my discount code, man. $87.99. I expect to see you ordering one tonight for that little price. I get it. I don't have $87.99 right now extra to spend on things like that. But yeah, the 101 is awesome. Highly recommend it. So, yeah, the 101. Yeah, I've been thinking about ordering a 101. To be honest with you, the 100, they say it's 4.5 pounds, but the take up is half of that. I'm swear it's less than 3 pounds on the second stage. And then I know the Rev is less than 3.5 pounds. They say they average between 3 and 3.5 pounds. I know the Rev is 3.5 pounds. So. According to Wagner 1096, the 101 will work with a super safety for when you decide to FRT it. There you go. The 101. Hey, Wagner 296, does the Rev work with a super safety? That would be ideal, is that Rev with a super safety. So that would be ideal. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna cut it a little early tonight. My voice isn't feeling too good. So I appreciate everybody watching. I'm gonna go home and spend some extra time with my family. It will work with an Atrius without modification. The Rev. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna take a little time and just spend with my family tonight. But I appreciate everybody being on here for a little over 30 minutes. And guys, God bless. Take care. We will see you at the range. Godspeed and good hunting to all of y'all.